Welcome. Our firm is dedicated to being your expert bridge between Asia and Europe, providing leading cross-border legal services with integrity.
Hello, welcome back, and it is great to connect you with Jerome. I'm lawyer Brianna, your litigation and corporate lawyer. Lately, I've been wrestling with foreign investors asking a very fundamental questions, which is, for example, we have capital, but we are torn between building a physical factory or establishing a commercial service business in Vietnam. Which path actually wins right now? Well, look, if you cast your eyes over the economic map today, you will see that global giants are flocking here for a reason. Vietnam is no longer just a backup destination. It has officially become a primary global hub. But here is a catch. The way you enter this market depends entirely on whether you choose the factory or the office. Both paths are highly attractive, but they offer completely different powerful advantages. Let me break it down for you through a story of how our market is actually shifting. Let's start with the traditional powerhouse manufacturing. If your business model is about making physical goods, whether it is electronics or processing seafood in Vietnam, is a total paradise right now. To understand why, you have to look at our massive geopolitical advantage. We are sitting right at the heart of the Southeast Asia, with a coastline that hosts the world's busiest shipping lanes. But more importantly, our government has spent years signing over 15 major free trade agreements, FTAs. Think about what this actually means for your wallet. If you produce goods inside a Vietnamese industrial zone, your products can enter massive markets like the US, Europe, and Japan with virtually zero tariffs. Furthermore, under our current investment laws, the government is incredibly generous with tax incentives for new factories. If you invest in high-tech manufacturing or set up a specific industrial parks, you can qualify for the famous 4-year tax exemption or a 9 years 50% reduction scheme. That means for the first few years of your operation, your corporate income tax rate is literally 0%. It is an incredible way to protect your cash flow while your business is getting off the ground. Now, what if you don't want to build a factory? What if your dream is to open the office, meaning commercial services? I'm not just talking about the tech or arts. The service sector in Vietnam is a massive multifaceted ocean, from the modern logistics, international education, and private healthcare to high-end F&B chains and corporate consulting. The big story here is that Vietnam's 100 million population is entering its peak consuming years. Income per capita is rising fast, and people are demanding premium services. To meet this demand, the Vietnamese government has laid out specific legal red carpets and tax encouragement for different service sectors, which many foreign investors completely miss. For example, for socialized sectors, which is education and healthcare, under our law on investment, if you set up an international school, a vocational training center, or a specialized private hospital, you are entering an area heavily encouraged by the state. You can enjoy a preferential CIT rate of 10% for the entire life of the project, along with substantial land lease exemptions. Or, for example, logistic and supply chain services. Because those once factory, Vietnam desperately needs world-class logistics. The government provides targeted incentives for investors building smart warehousing, cold chain storage for agriculture, seafood, and international freight forwarding. Another kind of service, which is retail and F&B trends, with a young urban lifestyle booming in cities like Saigon or Hanoi, Modern retail concepts and international dining brands are scoring at a breakneck speed. So, if you have a proven service operational model, the market readiness here is exceptionally high. You have an instant brand conscious consumer base waiting for you. Well, as a corporate lawyer, I always tell my clients that every golden coin has two sides. Vietnam is growing at a breakneck speed, and that means we have some natural growing pains. But don't look at this as the roadblocks. Look at them as opportunities to upgrade your strategy. For instance, if you are on the factory route because everyone is rushing to build here, premium industrial land is filling up fast. Plus, our regulatory standards are shifting heavily toward green and sustainable manufacturing. This means you cannot just build a massive old-school warehouse anymore. You need to plan for clean energy and environmental compliance right now, your initial setup phase. It takes a bit more preparation, but it ensures your business survives the long game. On the other side, if you are on the service and office route, your biggest challenge is going to be navigating the regulatory requirements for conditional business lines, whether it is opening a restaurant chain, an educational center, or a logistics company. Vietnam requires specific sub-licenses to protect consumers. And more, the talent market for high-end service managers is highly competitive. So retaining top-tier talent requires creating a genuinely strong corporate culture and clear incentive structures. At the end of the day, whether you choose the factory or the office, Vietnam is undeniable. It is one of the most vibrant economic stories of our generation. The secret to winning here is simple, knowledge, and preparation. If you are building a factory, do your homework on environmental compliance early. If you are opening a service business, structure your conditional licensing and your initial capital injection cleanly through official bank tracks so you can enjoy those beautiful tax incentives and operate smoothly. The window of maximum opportunity is wide open right now. All you need is the right strategy and a trusted local partner to help you navigate the landscape. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope this gave you some valuable insights for your investment journey. Don't forget to follow for more real-world legal business talk. I am Lawyer Brianna, and I will see you guys in the next video. Catch you later.